Human wants, they say, are insatiable, but the question is, what will be the natural human response to survival when the basic necessities are not even in sight? Knowing this in our world today, as more and more challenges continue to ravage people and communities all across Africa and the entire black world, some of those really concerned have started clamoring for change. The changes they demand for and their approach may vary in details from region to region, but collectively it all narrows down to the demand for real independence and having full control over their own resources, and which is supposed to be the case as sovereign nations that they are. But despite the immense natural resources and human potential, Africa is deep down the rabbit hole in so many aspects compared to the rest of the world. But how well do the Africans at large understand what is going on? And if we Africans do at all, how far are we willing to get out of this form of squalor and deprivation and totally emancipate ourselves from these forms of entrapment holding us back? So on today's episode, we are taking a closer look at two vibrant individuals that are not only willing to change the status quo in their countries, but have also actively engaged others and took bold steps towards setting the needed agenda to take charge of Africa's two top economies. They are Julius Malema in South Africa and Omoyele Sowore in Nigeria. But can the decayed system of governance, social and moral construct in their societies allow them to get into viable positions of power? Join me and let's get started. Julius Malema is the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, a political party he founded in July of 2013. He began his political career at a very young age of 9 years old when he joined the African National Congress of South Africa branch and movement known as the Masupatsela or the Trailblazers. 5 years later, just at the age of 14, he was elected as both the chairperson of the African National Congress's Youth League in Seshego Township and the regional chair, only to become the chair of the Congress of South African Students in 1997 for the Limpopo province, and then elected their national president in 2001. And later served as the president of the ANC Youth League from 2008 to 2012 until his expulsion from the ANC in April of 2012. He is known for his controversial socio-political statements and has become a frequent target on the news for lampooning. Malema's blatant militarism has won him a degree of popularity with the poor and the frustrated masses, which form the largest percentage of voters in South Africa, and has called himself a revolutionary activist for radical change in Africa on his Twitter account. Let's hear from him.
Ramaphosa uses Corona to hold on into power because he knows he can't go to Mapida Stadium. If he goes to Mapida Stadium, the people of KwaZulu-Natal, they will teach him a lesson. He wants 2,000 people. Why? Those are VIPs. They are regulated when they enter the stadium. We move freely. No one is regulated. We don't check your credentials. We only ask, are you EFF? We have a rally. Let's go. Why? We are not scared of our own members. Ramaphosa sifuna ukuthi uvule ama-stadium. Sifuna ubukela ibhola eMapida Stadium. Sifuna ubukela amaZulu eMapida Stadium. We are visiting not violently, leadership only. We are visiting the hospitality industry. We want the owner of Hilton Hotel in Durban to tell us how many South Africans are working here. Asilwe nabafowethu. We are together. But if I get a tender, I come from Limpopo. If I get a tender in Umlazi, The law says when you arrive in Umlazi, you must hire locals. Why is that law not applying in Hilton Hotel? Why is that law not applying in Signature Restaurant in Johannesburg?
I doubt if the ANC of Jacob Zuma is black, green and gold. The most corrupt individuals continue to enjoy power and project others as the corrupt ones to protect their own corruption. If we resolve that we are going to contest the elections, you must be guaranteed we are going to be a government in waiting. We'll take over South Africa and we'll usher in the demands of our people. We'll fight against white supremacy and we'll fight for restoration of black African dignity. Our people should feel confident again that this is their soil. And fellow white South Africans, if you agree with us, you are more than welcome to join us in the redistribution of land and the wealth of South Africa. Revolution is about pain. Revolution is change, and change is painful. We are ready for that pain. We need that pain. What is going to make South Africa work is platforms like this, where we sit together and exchange ideas, sometimes in a robust manner, because it is good for our democracy. We cannot just sit in our comfort zones and not talk to each other. We have to talk to one another. Sometimes uncomfortable as it might be, it's a necessary discourse because it will build this country. That's Madiba's legacy, the ability to talk to those you even disagree with. That's where we come from, and we believe that with this type of intervention, South Africa will be a better place. We have noted all those international developments, and even when it was nice time internationally, we were still doing bad, not because of the global economy, but because of the policies which were agreed to during the sunset clauses. We need the sunrise clauses. Thank you. So you can't tell us we gave you 1994, that's enough. That's not what we formed the liberation for. We formed the liberation to reclaim our land, to reclaim our wealth. The economy is the land. The economy is the mines and all mineral resources. The economy is the food. There is no food without the land. The economy is the banks, retail stores. We need the participation of our people in the technology and science, because we cannot succeed to fight even diseases that can be cured for as long as our people do not own pharmaceutical companies. The diseases that must be cured easily kill our people, because pharmaceutical companies are owned by capital which is obsessed with maximizing profit at the expense of people.
Omoyele Sowore is a human rights activist, pro-democracy campaigner and founder of the Sahara Reporters, a news agency that encourages citizen journalism. He is also known as the creator of the African Action Congress, a Nigerian political party in 2019 during his bid to contest in Nigeria's presidential elections. He has played a crucial role in Nigeria's political landscape and democratic process for over 30 years, advocating for justice, accountability, security, equality, democracy, and economic empowerment. In 1992, he led a nationwide protest against the dangers of cultism in tertiary institutions across Nigeria and gained further prominence nationally in 1993 as National Student Union leader, when he mobilized the masses to engage in protests to restore democracy in Nigeria, alongside notable national heroes like Chief Gani Fawehimi, Beko Ransom Kuti, Dr. Bala Usman, and Mr. Femi Falana. This constant advocacy and relentless painstaking struggles led to the restoration of Nigeria's democracy in 1999. In 2006, and in his bid to continue to challenge individuals, groups, and special interests that threatens Nigeria's democracy, he founded the Sahara Reporters, a globally acclaimed and successful news platform. 12 years later, on February 25, 2018, Traoré declared his intentions to run for the office of the president of Nigeria by bringing people together under the slogan, "Take it back," which he used to campaign for bringing back positive change and helping in setting Nigeria on the right path into the future and beyond. He was arrested on 3rd of August in Lagos and spent 45 days in custody of the Nigeria's Department of State Services, the DSS, for being charged for treason and money laundering later on. Traoré also at some point took onto his social media pages to call on Nigerians to come out in mass and shut down the system that is not working for them. "I can run Nigeria better than the President Muhammadu Buhari," he said. "Even in my sleep, there is no need to become a local government councillor or a senator when I can run a better country than the presidents we have." Hear more from him.
This powerful group, we also march along with them.
I had suffered immense torture as a student activist who had protested against the military. I haven't been detained, beaten up by the police and the military.
A lot of people have had their dignity and the self-esteem battered so much that they've internalized oppression and internalized inferiority complex, to the extent that they don't believe that if you are not the son of a former governor or a former president, you cannot aspire to the position of the president of the country. And so they ask you to go and become a councillor, but they have forgotten that for people like me, when some of the characters today, some of the players in our political arena today were hiding under their bed, I was fighting for the democracy that we have today. It will be 20 years by 2019 that our democracy that we fought for as student leaders from 1989 to 1999 came to be.
Where we have reached in Nigeria is that Nigerians are frustrated, they are tired, and they have reached a point of no return in terms of rejecting the lackluster, mediocre, wicked, insensitive leadership in the country. And the revolution has become, therefore, inevitable. It is not, we didn't choose to go for a revolution. They chose it by ensuring that there was no level playing field in the last election. Election was a place we could have carried out a revolution of the ballot box. But they stole the ballot box. They hijacked materials that were meant for free and fair elections. And as a result, did not organize any election that was credible enough for people to have faith in the ballot box.
As we all know that liberation does not come as a gift from the oppressors, it must be seized by the masses. Both individuals that we've mentioned today are standing up not to only run for political offices, but to use their influence to inform the masses and change the status quo for good. There are many of these vibrant young people all across Africa and the entire black world, and for their ideas to thrive more, it's really important to use their platforms to inspire each other from across boundaries and give one another the spirit and encouragement, and also learn from their collective experiences. It's also good to state that the masses oppressed and marginalized resist and fight in 1,000 ways, not only with arms in their hands. This means may include violent speeches and clarion call, because in a world where oppression is maintained by violence from the above, it is only possible to liquidate it with violent form from below. Here, I do not support violence in any form, but call on the young people to do away with their differences, work together towards a total emancipation and freedom for us all. Thank you.